Today I'm going to show you how to set up a photo point monitoring site, as well as all the things you need to keep in mind when you're taking your photo on day one and as you come back to get more and more shots into the future. Photo point monitoring offers us a super simple, fast and effective approach just to get a snapshot of our natural environment at any given time and then see how these conditions then change into the future, be it 6 months, 1 year, or even 10 years down the track. This technique is useful for a number of reasons. We can use it for things such as seeing how riparian plantings can help to combat bank erosion, or just seeing how an area recovers after it's been fenced off from cattle, or even just general changes in the structure and abundance of vegetation, as well as the composition of weeds versus natives. This can also be a really powerful tool to track the recovery of an area after it's been impacted by fires. If we get a snapshot of conditions over a period of time, we can see the rate of recovery that's occurring, as well as seeing the different succession between native and weed species in terms of regrowth. Have a bit of a look around your site area and try to find a location that you think you can capture the information that you're actually trying to monitor. So this will really naturally vary depending on what you're looking at. For us, we're going to be looking at the regrowth of this burnt vegetation here, but just a few general things you want to keep in mind is just to make sure that the site is actually representative of the larger location, and also just make sure you're working with a little bit of open space so we actually capture a fair bit in the frame of the photo that we're taking. So before you head off, you just want to remember to bring with you a star picket, which we'll actually use as our photo point marker, as well as just a hammer to get that one into the ground. We're also going to need a tape measure and a phone just to take a high quality image, as well as a GPS and a compass, but again, for that you can just use an app on your phone. So now that we have our photo point marker or star picket set in the ground, it's just time to actually get our baseline photo. So when you're doing this, just want to remember to keep the phone at about eye level. Make sure you're capturing the whole length of the star picket and try to make it so it's about 1/3 sky and 2/3 foreground. And that's all you got to do. What we need to remember when we're taking these photos is that consistency is key, and we need to minimize as many differences as we can between each photo. So here it's crucial that we actually measure the exact distance that we're standing back from the photo point marker, as well as finding out the exact compass bearing that we're facing when we're taking that photo as well. It's also really important just to note down the weather conditions, what the time of day is, as well as of course the exact coordinates so we can actually find this photo point marker again. If you have the time, once you're taking your baseline photo, to print this off and keep it with the worksheet and the data sheet, just so you can actually use that as a direct reference when you're taking your photo into the future. When we actually come back to get our second photo, will really depend on the time frame that we're planning to monitor for, as well as its general objective. It can be good to come back every 3 months, and that way we can see the changes throughout the year in terms of seasons. But if you only have time to come back about once a year, make sure you do it at the same time of every year to actually account for those differences in seasonal variations.